Okay, and then the Zen Master Taoist continues. Or, if you want to stop thinking about a green apple, you first have to eliminate that want. As long as you want to stop thinking about a green apple, you'll be thinking about that green apple. So, just do this with everything. Eliminate desire. Not only will this allow you to eliminate evil and achieve enlightenment, but it will help to release the hold on you of material objects. If you don't desire them, then they can't control you. Practical, yes. And this is now what Ian's sort of thinking. He's thinking like, yes, it's sort of practical, but I don't think this really applies to me in every sort of experience. I mean, I'm sure I could think of something where this sort of eliminate desire theory sort of crumbles. And so finally, Ian tries saying something clever to the Zen master, but I guess it fails miserably in the Zen master's eyes, the Taoist's eyes. And he says, after thinking about this for a moment, I did come up with a problem in his desire elimination scheme. I asked him, if I want to eliminate desire, isn't that just another desire in itself? The desire to eliminate desire, as it were? Then the Zen master shook his head slowly, obviously not as interested in my suggestion as I was. I have two responses for you, Ian, and then I must go. First of all, to solve your supposed problem, you can just take your desires one by one. First, get rid of the desire for material goods, then the desire for fame. Go through the list of all your desires until there's only one left, the desire not to desire. Once you've eliminated this one, you're left with no desires whatsoever, he said, shaking his head, as if disappointed in my suggestion. He gives two suggestions. That's his first one. Now, think about that for a second. I mean, so basically, Ian is giving him feedback, what a Western mind would probably think. There are, if you ever read Timothy Keller, maybe in a section about religious pluralism, where he pretty much reverses the whole idea of pluralism on its head by saying, well, you can't exclusivism on its head. You can't basically be the atheist and say to the religious, hey, stop evangelizing, because you think you have the right view. And then, of course, Keller comes up with a clever remark, a Western clever remark. This is what I'm getting to. You're the atheist. You have your own views about, the non-existence of God, so you can't tell us what not to do. And so there's this sort of abstemious pluralism that he kind of, I think that's the correct term, that he puts forward, which is basically like a Western reversal of the maneuver the atheists originally tried to pull. Now, that maneuver is sort of what I'm getting at, is that in relation to this, Ian sort of thought he could flip this argument also on its head in a sort of Western format. He said, well, if the idea is to eliminate desire, that is a desire in itself, the Zen master realizes this, but he uses this apparent Western contradiction as the ultimate achievement one could actually achieve in this whole desire scheme, which in Western eyes may look contradictory, but if you take it from, I guess, theoretical to application, theory to application, excuse me, then I suppose it holds some, I guess, internal credibility if practiced. It seems it might. And so, anyway, that was his first suggestion, to first start by eliminating all material desires, things like money, things like women, things like immediate lusts or wants, material wealth, so computers, I want that new computer, I want the new car, I want that latest guitar, I need new guitar strings, basically wants and maybe not so much needs, because you need to sustain yourself, so I suppose there's a barrier too, but definitely start there, and then you move on to bigger things like fame. So I guess actors would probably have a pretty difficult time in this arena of trying to achieve enlightenment in this sense. Anyway, his second response, and this is the final response, I promise. My second response for you, he continued, as if he had recovered from his first response, is to just eliminate desire. Don't reason through it. Do it. Eliminate desire. This will take a lot of work, extraordinarily amount of work. Though once you achieve it, you'll eliminate your sense of self and achieve Nirvana. Okay, that's basically what I wanted to read. And somebody who I really, really truly enjoy his work, and I've read not a lot, but enough to say that his writing's beautiful, is Jean-Paul Sartre. He's an existentialist philosopher, and beautifully, Jack Bowen annotates right next to this, and he puts a quote from him that is about the same thing we're talking about, which is eliminating desire and gaining control. It says, we are possessed by the things we possess. When we like an object, when I like an object, I always give it to someone. It isn't generosity, it's only because I want others to be enslaved by objects, not me. And then it says further on the bottom, that was a pretty powerful quote. In 1964, Sartre refused the Nobel Prize for Literature. He said, "I don't want to be a prisoner to my status. I consider that the greatest honor I can have is to be read." Fascinating material. Anyway, I wanted to share that really fast. We'll make, I guess, an ideal video response. Yeah, I guess it's pretty good for now. Your VP? Yeah, nigga.